So, hi, my name is Victor Quiñones and I'm a student of Frank Wright, and I'm going to show you a little bit around Frank Wright. Alright, so right here is the office staff. And they always work on something and we don't really know what it is. But like what I know is that, what's it called? They have like office staff, office aid, and like they send students to like get like notes and slips to like go into like rooms, like go into the office, go home, or go into like rooms, like if they're getting on a phone or something. Alright guys, so over here is where the counselors are at. There's a counselor room right here and there's another one right here. And what the counselors basically do, they're like basically the therapists of the school. Like they help students with like rough times. Oh, there's one right here. And so like they basically help students with rough times, and if like you're in an elective and you're like in band or something like that, yearbook maybe, I don't know, there's like a whole lot of electives. Like if you don't like band and you want to get out of it, you can just go into your counselors and like you basically get removed from it and get another elective. Alright, so up here is where like the school teams accomplish like basketball, softball, soccer, and many more. And so basically what they did, what did I say? So over here is where the cages are at. This is where you put the what's it called, your instruments in here. And there's some instruments up here. Alright, so over here is where the practice rooms are at. If there's like a big concert or a big parade or something else, like you can just practice in here. And yeah. Alright, so over here is what this band has accomplished. There's a People's Choice Imperial Parade of Lights and another one. And so yeah, this band is really good. Alright, so over here I'm doing an interview with my teacher, Ms. Davila, and we're gonna be asking her some questions. Alright, so we heard that you studied to be a doctor. How was it like studying, and what were the challenges you faced?
Studying was hard. It was a lot of work. The biggest challenge was learning Spanish.
Spanish?
Yes.
Alright. So what challenges did you face while being a science teacher, and why do you like about being a science teacher?
The challenges that I faced being a science teacher is probably trying to connect to my students because they're different every year. And what was the second one? The second part?
And why do you like being a science teacher?
I like being a science teacher because science was my favorite subject of all time.
Alright, so we heard that you have kids. Would you still like to teach when they are older? And which one's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite child. There's no such thing. I love all my children equally. When they get older, I think I would still want to be a teacher even if they're already out of my house.
Alright, so how many more years do you wish to teach science?
I don't think I have an actual amount of years that I want still to be, as long as my body allows me to.
As long as your body allows you. Alright, so what college did you go to get your doctor's degree?
It's a school called the Universidad Autónoma de Guadalajara. UAG for short.
UAG?
Yes, UAG.
Stands for the educational one. How do you like teaching 7th and 8th grade, and what is the difference between the two grades?
My 7th graders tend to be more sweet. My 8th graders, not so much. My 8th graders like to have a little bit more attitude, shall we say. What was the first part of the question?
How do you like teaching 7th and 8th grade?
It's a challenge because middle schoolers are a very special population of people.
So how was it like teaching when you first started teaching?
I think I put a lot more stress on myself in the beginning because I was trying to be perfect at everything, and then the more and more that you teach, the years that go by, you notice that you can't always be perfect. You can't always teach things perfectly, which is why from year to year, what I do in the classroom changes. It's never the same every year.
All right. So how does technology make teaching more simple or more difficult?
More simple because I like being able to go online and find videos that go along with what I'm teaching, because I think that helps students visualize rather than just reading from a book. Challenging from the student's perspective, because sometimes students are not always doing what they're supposed to be doing on their computers, and that's hard to monitor from my end.
All right. So what made you want to teach science?
What made me want to teach science? Just because of the subject. That was my favorite subject growing up since I was little.
All right. So what methods do you use for kids who might find science challenging?
Let's see, giving them videos, giving them sentence starters, giving them graphic organizers. But I think that as long as you rotate those things with any of the students, like, you're able to hit everybody. So I don't like to just single out a student and only provide them with one type of thing. I like to give that available and make it available to all of the students, because everybody learns things differently.
All right, so that's basically it. And so, yeah,